Hey guys, how's it going? Author Daniel Coolbaugh here. I just want to talk real quick about why I loved the Mercy Thompson series by Patricia Briggs. I can't find my other ones. I know that I lent some to my buddy, so maybe I'll have to get another round of paperbacks. The series itself, absolutely incredible. As soon as I read Moon Called, and if I didn't have to go to work the next day, I would have finished. Like I picked it up, I think at like 7:30 or 8 the night before, so it did not take me very long. It literally like within the first like 30 pages, I would say you get hit pretty quick, pretty hard. It's like this freight train, really, I would say until you're done. And then the next thing you know, you're in book two. I had passed them for a long time. But I was like, I don't really think it sounds like my thing. But then I thought back and I was like, oh, I never really looked at them when I started getting into urban fantasy. So I read Iron Druid Chronicles by Kevin Hearn. I met Kevin, then I read the Dresden Files a few. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try Mooncall. I think I had like I don't even know. I think I had a gift card or something, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna try it. So I grabbed book one, and yeah, I came home, started it. Ate, kind of got ready for the next day, and then I just sat here, and I think I was up to like almost 1 o'clock. And I just needed like a couple more hours. And I was at the time I was new to my teaching job that I used to have. That's about 9, 10 years ago, and I was like, I really have to get to bed. So I went to bed, got home the next day, took a nap, and then within like a hour and a half, like finished. And absolutely loved Moon Called. So then I was like, okay, I gotta go get the next book. So I literally went, grabbed Bloodbound, grabbed Iron Kiss, grabbed Bone Crossed, which I have here. And I think I read most of the series within about 3 weeks. Mercy's character, I love her character. She's really inquisitive. She gets into a lot of trouble that herself and her peers need help get her out of. She's a coyote shifter, essentially what it is, in a world of werewolves, and with she always ends up on top, bruised and battered, I would say, but her ability to pull other characters along with her, and her ability to like her need to do the right thing, and her ability to get people on board with her to save the ones and protect the ones that she loves, is really admirable, I think. And it's like hard for me to talk about this series actually, because I think you should just go read it. Like the other ones I talked about, and like this one kind of leans up into, and Alpha and Omega, like Patricia Briggs writes in a way that's so fluid, in my opinion, where it's like you don't even realize the story ends until it does. The audio version is absolutely incredible. The narrator that they got to play Mercy, I absolutely love. They're some of my favorite audio books, and I love the world building. It's just incredible. Like Patricia Briggs in Alpha and Omega and the last few Mercy Thompsons, like she isn't gonna write 8 books the same way. She starts at different points. She throws you different little, I don't know, not like tricks, but like she challenges herself as an author with the way she tells a story. There was one particular twist in like book let's say, I don't want to give it away, but in like mid series, I would say, that I was like did not see coming, and it's right there for you. And it was like one of the first things that made me, like one of the first stories that made me want to write a twist. And it's been a couple years now, and I finally have a story that I'm like, oh, I think this is a twist ending, and it's a good one. But that is just her ability as an author is just absolutely incredible, and it's nuts because these books aren't very big, and you feel like you really know the characters, and you feel like you really feel the bonds between them. I think that's one of the things she's the best at writing at is relationships. A little bit of romance in there, I would say. I did not think I was gonna like that when I first started, but she does it in a way that I don't know, I really enjoy. So it made me like go back and consider some other urban fantasy that maybe I stuck away from because people, had told me there's romance in there and stuff. And it's not that I don't like romance necessarily. It's just not my forte really as a genre, and it's not something I necessarily look for. Had a friend where we were interviewing, and she was like, "Well, you love Star Wars." I said, "I love Star Wars," and she asked me, "So when when Leia says I love you," she's like, "What does Han Solo say?" And I was like, "I know," and that's the quote. And she's like, "Okay." She's like, "Well." that's romance. And it really changed my perspective on, like just romantic elements and things like that, which my 10,000 word story, No Rest for the Wicked, in our Arcane Awakenings anthology that's dropping on Kickstarter September 13th, I played with a little tad bit of romance, as one of my friends called it. It's kind of like a prom date. And it's my first forte, like my first, it's not really my forte, but it's my first foray into some of those romantic elements. And I don't know, once I got more and more into the series and I saw how Patricia Briggs has done the romantic elements and really intertwined them with some of the relationships, like between Mercy and her love interests. And I don't know, after a while, I was like, this is really, really, really good. And yeah, it really made me rethink a lot of other stories and characters and things like that I enjoyed with romantic elements. So yeah, so I'm really glad like this series really changed my perspective on quite a bit, not just within the urban fantasy genre, but as an author and a writer myself. And yeah, it's made other types of genre more enjoyable, I would say, because especially with the world building, like Iron Druid Chronicles and Patricia Briggs, like Mercy Thompson and Alpha and Omega. So like the three series with the two authors in particular. That's what I love about Jim Butcher too, and the Dresden Files, is like the way that they're able to take mythology and history and craft it into these urban fantasy settings that feel deep, feel rich, and feel like they're real, is absolutely incredible. And it's something I aspire to. And if somebody can come up to me one day and say, hey, I love Patricia Briggs Mercy Thompson, or I love Patricia Briggs Alpha and Omega series, and they say, that my writing or my characters or my story or any aspect reminds them of her books or her writing, then I will honestly feel like I've made it, because I absolutely love the stories. I love her characters. I love the way she writes the series. I'm really trying to I've been doing a re-listen the last couple years of each of the books. And I'm actually almost caught up. I think I'm on book 9, I think. And I've fully read up for the series, but I'd like to go and re-listen to the other ones. And I really want to do the same thing, or do like a reread of the books. And both Mercy Thompson and Alpha and Omega. Like I can't recommend them enough, guys. Like these are two series that I just absolutely love. And I really love Iron Druid Chronicles, Kevin Hearn, Dresden Files by Jim Butcher. Like they're all kind of here, but Mercy and Alpha and Omega series just kind of tend to come up a little bit, I would say. And that's just like a personal thing. It's nothing against the other series, but they're my favorite authors within the urban fantasy genre, for sure. And they have a really near and dear hold on my heart, I would say, both as a reader and as an author. But I definitely think you guys should check out, all right, this series. And don't forget, like I said, she has another series, urban fantasy series, Alpha and Omega Wild Sign. I don't have it framed yet, so I gotta do this week. My buddy Dan, thanks Dan, sent me, it gave me for my birthday last year. The artist has a really cool alternative colored wild sign from the cover, the painting that he did, and oh my god, it's absolutely incredible. And it's like one of my favorite book covers. That was one of my favorite books of all time. I mean, Wild Sign was absolutely incredible. So I cannot wait to see what she does with her latest Mercy Thompson. She just keeps getting better. It's absolutely incredible with both series. So I really hope you guys check out Patricia Briggs Mercy Thompson Alpha and Omega series is another one. I'm going to do a separate video on the Alpha and Omega series, because they're a little different, and I like them for different reasons. But please make sure you also check out my why I liked the Kevin Hearn Iron Druid Chronicles, as well as why I enjoyed and loved Jim Butcher's The Dresden Files. Keep checking out my videos. Please subscribe and be on the lookout for my own writing. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and as always, happy reading, my friends. See you guys.